is not trimonite.
Let's play a game. How about hide and seek? 3, 2, run.
Greetings and salutations, my name is Ignis and today I played Aliens Dark Descent once again. Previously, we were introduced to Maeko Hayes, the Deputy Administrator aboard the Pioneer Station, and how she triggered the Cerberus Protocol trying to stop the Bentonville ship. We eventually joined up with the USCM's Marine Corps and their ship the Otago, which had been caught in the Planetary Bombardment. We have now made a soft landing aboard the Planet of Lethe, where our first objective is to explore the site known as Dead Hills. If you enjoyed this content, please leave a like. If this isn't the first video of mine you've seen, consider subscribing for more. And with that, I hope you enjoyed today's video. On this mission, we are introduced to a group of rookie Marines. Each is equipped with the standard loadout of a pulse rifle, a basic service pistol, and a shotgun. From left to right, we have rookie Ezekiel Smith, who has the negative trait of being a conspirator. Next up, we have Elizabeth McDonald. Her negative trait is that she is a coward. The Marines are really just hiring anyone these days. After McDonald, we have Leon! Sorry, I don't know what came over me there. Next is Leon Sharp. He is living up to his name's legacy and has the negative trait of bad luck. And lastly, we have Jessica Webb. And just like Madam Webb, she is a clumsy mess. We start this mission off with simplicity. Get to Dead Hills, find living survivors, and remove all those in our way. What could possibly go wrong? Arriving at the site, we open the large bulkhead doors to receive a grand welcoming from absolutely no one. It is called Dead Hills, what did I expect? Entering the first room on our right, we make our way to the SATCOM console, where we meet our first happy employee, still working away in his seat. At this pace, he might just receive that pay raise in the next 10 to 50 years. We re-establish the link and discover that someone had put this entire place on lockdown. In cases like this, the only logical course of action is to find the main control room and deactivate the emergency protocol, not questioning why it was activated in the first place. And while we're at it, we might as well tell everyone that we're here by lighting some indoor fireworks. The first interesting thing we find in this place is that they do not know how to take care of their pets or their basic hygiene, just leaving their shedded skin on the ground like that. Well, since it's not my animal, it's not my problem, and I will instead complain about the incompetency of us humans and move along. After releasing the emergency protocol, Hayes decides that she wants to be nosy and unlock the entire sector map of this location. In fairness, it's thanks to her nosiness we were able to pick up on several PDT signals from people still alive here. Well, I guess it's time to play a little game of hide and seek, where we're both the hiders and the seekers. And we even found the first person in the room with us, hiding in some lockers. Well, that was easy. Now, the first person on our hit list, I mean our hiders list, is Mr. O'Neill, an engineer, and it looks like he's got a good head on his shoulders. This guy's attached to his work, though it seems like he might be a little wrapped up in something else right now. Well, O'Neill, he always did have a knack for clinging to things, but this might be taking it a little bit too far. But in this game, it's game over for you. I found you. Next on our list is a man known as Carmichael. We got a bit of a walk ahead of us first, trying to keep our distance from being found out by the other hunters. Unfortunately, we have Jessica, so we were spotted pretty easily. And now we have to use our spray bottle and get out of jail free card. Now, just don't tell the other hiders or the hunters, but I'm gonna keep these on me. It's not cheating, it's called prolonging the usage of government-provided resources. We eventually found our way into the sheriff's office. It seems a bit of haze has rubbed off on us, and now we're snooping in and about the personal data pads of these people. In my defense, if they didn't want to share it, they should have put a password on it. It's not too long that we actually find Torrance. Now, he didn't even try to hide. He just got himself locked up in an enclosed room. Silly Torrance. You could have at least tried hiding underneath the mattress. Well, since you need to be taught how to play hide and seek again, you can get into the ARC and wait for us. With how easy it was to find O'Neill and Torrance, I think the next person on the block should be McNeil. McNeil is a veterinarian, and if my experience with any of the animal lovers that I know is anything to go off of, they are going to hide with their animals in the most obvious spot. With a quick little ride over, we arrive at the veterinary clinic. And oh boy, I would not leave my animals with these people. I mean, look at the state of this place. It's just a little game of hide and seek. There's no need to destroy the place while looking for each other. We looked around the clinic for any easy escape attempts, but none were found. What we did find instead was McNeil had locked herself in the airlock of the clinic. What is with these people and being locked up? Do they enjoy it or something? But you know what? This isn't my place to question. I work an 8 to 5, so I understand wanting to be locked away from the world sometimes. But before we jump down that rabbit hole, McNeil, you too need some additional education on how to play hide and seek. You can get into the ARC alongside Torrance. Oh, hold up. It seems the other hunters know we are here, and it seems that they know I still have my get out of jail free card and are rightfully angry at me. After a long, peaceful discussion later with a lot of back and forth, we come to the agreement that the hunters will lay on the floor peacefully in their piles of acid, while my team and I take the hider back and call it a point for us. Unfortunately, they only agreed to half of that memo, so goodbye McNeil, it was a pleasure getting rid of you. And since we're already on this side of the facility, let's go pay a visit to Everly. Her last known location, according to her PDT, was the Agricultural Laboratory. Now, this place is big, and it may take us some time to actually find her. We will look high and low, left and right before crossing the street. We will leave no crate or plant leaf left unturned.
Can you hear crying?
Or we could just use our ears and hear her crying herself in a corner. So bonus points to you, you didn't lock yourself in a room with no way out. Extra points, you didn't abide by the 3-year-old logic of McNeil that if he can't see us, we can't see him. But I am going to deduct a point for crying and giving your position away so easily. Thank you for playing this wonderful game with us. However, you have been found. With that now clear and out of the way, let's finally take the time to go and find Carmichael. He's been waiting so patiently for us to find him. That is, after the xenomorph decides to leave the vent and actually let us leave this room. Tiptoeing our way through the facility, we make our way to where Carmichael should be. Upon entering the room, we are given an unhealthy dose of eggs. In a panic, I have Jessica take out the grenade launcher and pop all 3 eggs at once. And that went as well as you could expect. Hiding behind a desk, one of the Xenos walk in. Yeah, that's right, just move along. Just keep walking, just keep walking. Really, McDonald? Now all of China knows we're here. Anyways. Hey Carmichael, how you doing? You just hanging out? I hope you're not too wrapped up in your thoughts. Haha. Anyways, found you. You know, this whole xenomorph infestation thing is really interfering with our game of hide and seek. Heading northward, we can use one of the security terminals to access the camera feed and have a look throughout the facility, and more specifically to find the source of this infestation. Looking around, we can see a good number of goodie bags left for us. And then there's one rather large container in the slaughterhouse that holds what seems to be the source of this infestation. Now, you don't need to tell me twice. Let's hop back into the ARC and shuffle onwards towards the slaughterhouse. But before that, mine, and also mine. Thank you for your generous donation, Wayland Utani. I will use these only for myself and my own entertainment. Arriving at the slaughterhouse, this place has seen some better days. I mean, look at the state of this place. Blood on the floors, computer monitors are still left on. Oh, the burn-in's gonna be horrendous. I mean, the whole nest thing is also kind of disgusting, but this is just a waste of good technology. We eventually arrive at the location of the container and see that it gloriously only has 6 eggs inside. And if any of these Antkeeper channels have told me anything, 1 is enough. 6 is an army. You know what, let's take a closer look at the manifest to see if we can get any more information on the origins of these things. Or at least, who put this here and when. Now, just before searching through the manifest, the game has the audacity to suggest that my rookie, non-geared up resource spares, basic starting gear marines could be unprepared and might just face certain death. Okay, now if I do put it that way, then yes, it does make sense. But there is also no better way to learn how to do your job than to do it live in the field. What could go wrong? That could go wrong. Okay, good to know that these facehuggers may use us as incubators to breed more xenomorphs, but they can also use cows to make these chargers. Now, I haven't been counting the number of dead cows, but what I will count is my blessings that only one of them showed up. Let's just get that last engineer McAllen. I think they've been left alone for long enough now. Thankfully, our walk there was rather peaceful. Not a single xeno in sight, just a nice happy little walk. Oh, come on! Fine then. Dealing with the hunt from the Xenos once again, we make our way into a sealed room. Now this is the third person that's locked themselves in a room. But you know what? I'll let them walk. The Otago could use an extra pair of hands to clean up and sort out the ship after the landing it had. Let's get you back to the ARC and safely onto the Otago. And oh great, would you look at that? It's an onslaught approaching. So you know what? That's fine. We can just use the lift and get out of this place. And it's unavailable. Okay. Luckily, I have a turret that I didn't pick up after using it on the charger. Well, at least I have command points, and only one at that. Okay, this may just get a little difficult. You know what? Just throw a flare, let's hunker down on the lift, and prepare to take a beating. The shotgun became our best friend during this onslaught. But it was also in my excitement of using the shotgun that I completely forgot to watch out for my teammates, which led to McDonald being knocked down unconscious, wounded, and missing an entire leg. My bad. But before she is dragged off to become fertilizer, we stop the abduction from one of the Xenos. I would say that right about now is when we leave. We can come back another day for the rest of the information. We collected the survivors and brought them back to the ARC, safe and sound and sufficiently scarred mentally for life. I can call that a successful first day deployment. Now this is a means for celebration. Look at how happy they are. They signed up for this. But since all of them are getting promoted, they are no longer rookies, but instead privates. And with that, they also get to choose a new attribute for themselves. Ezekiel got the looter attribute, for 10% more materials when looted from material crates. Leon and Jessica both received the tough attribute, increasing their health by 1. This is all while McDonald was in the medbay getting her leg amputated. She eventually received the smartass perk, allowing her to hack into encrypted doors. I think she just developed that so that the incident with the lift wouldn't happen again. I can't wait to tell her that game mechanics don't care for her or her well-being. With that, we can let the day pass and get ready for the next deployment. We may have to take some rookies in to let the original team rest and recover, or we could send out for a rescue mission and get another physician. You know what? That's fine. What's one more day? Plus, there'll be another doctor to help. Okay, let's try the next day. Oh, but xeno samples would be good to have. You know, we did rescue all the people we know are alive in Dead Hills. It can wait one more day. Bonus is that we can decrease the days of the original team left in the medbay. That is if the medbay didn't run out of supplies on those 4 Marines. Damn, how needy can they be? Thankfully, we have the materials to assist in giving them their supplies. And with that, we can also get Sharp out of the medbay. And would you look at that, we have the full original team back up and running. I say that this is the day we can make our return back to Dead Hills. Or I should say that we will do that next time. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna end off just like that. Plus, both you and I can see that there's way more to this video left. Now let's finish up this mission. Grabbing the original team once again, I have McDonald and Smith both equipping the mines. We start by landing in the central area. We can do a quick little run into the community center to take the supplies that were left behind from the previous mission a couple days ago. We can make our way back to the slaughterhouse and actually pick up the turret from the charger incident. And now we are ready to tackle whatever lies ahead. Now we've been into the warehouse before and it is still the exact same mess in the way we left it. Snooping around on the terminal, we tried to find some useful materials we could use aboard the Otago. Skipping through some of the homework folders and then the homework folders, we find out that some of these colonists had a sideline in smuggling. This place is called Dead Hills after all, might as well have some dead morals. Company loyalty doesn't exist if you can offer some extra cash. Before we go have a peek and grab those materials, I have yet to check the origins of that container that held all the eggs inside. So we can make our way back up to the 2nd floor and search the colony director's office, and see if we can find any more useful information. I just want to grab this medical kit before we leave. And of course they're in the walls. With a nice little hop, skip, and a bit of a running away, we can quickly make our way to the director's office, where we're luckily able to find the importation log. It just has to be decrypted first. No biggie. Now we just need to find the director's access codes. Hayes tells us that it would be on him as he's a company executive. However, his PDT signal is no longer on this map. Right, so it is an issue. Well, nothing we can do here. Luckily, there's an elevator right next to us, so we can take it back down to the first floor and continue our search for those smuggler materials. It's a nice easy walk, just a couple doors and 3 hallways, and we're here. Oh, right. This is that elevator that fell and doesn't work anymore. Looking at the map, there are only 2 working elevators. At the absolute center of this map, and the complete opposite side. Well done, Ignis. Well done. And would you look at that, it seems we're gonna have some company while we're at it. Thank you, Webb. We eventually make our way to the central elevator and take a nice little drive over to the generator building. Entering from the north side. I said entering from the north side? Guys, come on, do you really not know how to lift up your feet when walking? Like, really, dude? Like this. See, it's not that... Okay. Entering the first room, we do not find the smuggler in here. Only some materials in a toolkit. Upon entering the second room, however, we do find the smuggler's corpse, along with 5 material crates. Score! Having found the smuggler, we can now see the hidden stash waiting for us, and it contains a whole whopping 165 materials. What a blessing. With that, we could head back home. But nosy little Hayes looked into the history of the PDTs and discovered that their last known location was at the old mines. Fine, let's make our way there. Opening the door so that the ARC can make its way in, we see a bit of a battle scene outside the front entrance. 3 human corpses and a xenomorph corpse. While the Marines harvest the xenomorphs for samples, I can pick up the last of the data pads. On our way inside to the mine entrance, it is dark. Not a single light had been left on inside here. Now, I can see the team is a little bit stressed, but it'll all be fine. Let's just take the elevator, head into the mines, quick in and out, easy job.
Great. That's just great. Watch out! Kill it! Kill it!
Nope, never mind. Too stressful, too stressful, too stressful. Well, at least it's good to know that we found the rest of the xenomorphs. Okay, team, take a rest. And let's try this again. Heading back down the elevator for a second time, we try to sneak our way through to the end of the mines. But little Miss Webb over here thinks that's a fun game to throw rocks to try and distract the aliens. If only she had a second brain cell to realize that making a noise when throwing said rocks gives your position away. You know what? It will be safer if we just back up into this room so we can have more space to work with. Or maybe not. You know what, instead of dealing with an entire alien onslaught of maybe 6-7 aliens, let's just deal with the Queen herself. Well done, Ignis. This isn't the first, nor will it be the last death flag you raise. Now this was a very stressful fight, but somehow in the end, we were successful in defeating the Queen, as well as all the facehuggers that accompanied her.
Good job, Marines. Next round's on me.
Now Harper, you might say that the next round is on you, but really it should be the entire shelf after what these Marines just went through. It is the absolute least that these guys deserve. We find that there are 3 people entrapped inside these cocoons, like Carmichael earlier. Oh, and would you look at that? It's the vet. Oh, she lives on. You know, you hid so well that I thought you were dead. Well, you know what? You win. Let's just pick you up, harvest the Queen, and alert the Horde. Wait, no, not that last part. By expending half our remaining ammo capacity, we are able to leave the mines with the vet alive. What a successful mission that was. Again, just like the last time, look at all these smiling faces, and everyone gets a promotion again. Jessica Webb takes up the Recon class with the fast perk so that she can fail us even faster. Leon Sharp becomes a sergeant, taking the Enduring perk. Ezekiel Smith is now a gunner with the Hardened perk. And lastly, our smartass Elizabeth McDonald becomes the medic of the group with the Unbreakable Will perk. And now with that, I would like to thank you for watching. I'm really enjoying this game and I hope you are too. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If this isn't the first video of mine you've seen, consider subscribing for more. And with that, I will see you in the next one.